So one of the things that I'm truly passionate about is advocacy and making sure that people's voices are heard, including my own. And so oftentimes that looks like, for me, is creating my own space at the table and hoping that it's valuable enough for people to take it seriously or to acknowledge it. And so one of the things that I would challenge people to do as we talk about diversity and inclusion is not only having representation at the table, but also making sure that those people who are at the table, their voices, their experiences, their ideas, thoughts, all of those things are just as valuable as the person who is already sitting at the table. I think that is taking it to the next step, and I really feel like that is important, because we do want to have representation, but we also want to have it at a level in which it is very authentic and very valuable. So I really appreciate this platform and having this opportunity to share my experiences. I know I've had to make so many different opportunities for myself to have a seat at the table, and until this day I'm constantly making sure that my voice is being heard, that I am taken seriously as I continue the work that I do in the system that I work in. I think there's also this space of being intentional about how we can move forward, and creating this brave space for people to have these conversations and have this dialogue, and not just only stopping there, but also moving towards meaningful action, authentic action. What would that look like in schools and communities and organizations and agencies, as individuals? And I think this conversation about being anti-racist should not be confrontational. And I feel like oftentimes we kind of run into that, but I think it should be an opportunity for us to have these conversations, because they're important. And when we're talking about people's lives and bettering the lives of people of color, I don't think that should be a political thing. It shouldn't be something that we're afraid to talk about. I mean, if you really look at it, to me, I look at it from a really simplistic perspective. We're wanting to better the lives of others. We're wanting to lift up the lives of others, and to make sure that everyone has equitable opportunities. And I don't think that is too much to ask for. It's about caring for one another and wanting better for people. And so I don't see the harm in having these conversations. And sometimes they are uncomfortable, and you may feel some emotions that you probably never really felt before. But I think that acknowledging that is the first step, and your feelings is just as valuable as everyone else's feelings. And so, but how do you move past that into creating those feelings into action? And I think that's important when we're having these conversations. And oftentimes I feel like people want to pick and choose when they want to be proactive about these things, and we don't really have the capacity to do that anymore. You can't pick and choose to be anti-racist when it's comfortable or when it's convenient. We have to be, it's all or nothing. We're talking about bettering people's lives, right? So I really feel like that, just having that in your heart, if you care a lot for people, and even if you have loved ones, think about your loved ones, think about the people in your lives, and just come from that perspective. I think that's important when we're talking about, race equity. So I hope this was helpful. I know this was helpful for me to share. And thank you, Chloe, again, for giving me this platform to share my story and my experiences and awesome thoughts and ideas. And I hope everyone gets something out of this week and continue to share all of the events that Voices have put out for this week. Continue to share it even past this week to educate others so we can move towards a better future for all of us. Thank you again.